family or a whole lot of other institutions that are really good institutions in many ways, if they really want to raise a lot of money in a hurry, let them tell you the worst horror stories of the month. The money flows in. Now, the reason it does is because there is so much in this society that feels with a certain amount of justification that all those nasties on the left are taking away our heritage. They're perverting our schools. They're overthrowing principles of jurisprudence. They're making the city unsafe. And so there's anger. There's anger seething through the whole land. Now contrast that with the first Christians taking the gospel into the Roman Empire. They were nobodies. They didn't have anybody taking away their heritage. They were out to take over the heritage. They looked around and saw an extremely pluralistic empire, and they said with Caleb, in effect, give us this mountain. And they kept witnessing and kept getting martyred and so on. And there was a revolution and finally a spiritual revolution. But we can't do that today. At least we find it very difficult because we're so busy being angry all the time that at the end of the day, not only do we lose our credibility with people on the left, they start demonizing us back. But we have no energy or compassion left to evangelize them. When you're busy hating everybody and denouncing everybody and seeking political solutions to everything, it's very difficult to evangelize, isn't it? Very hard to be compassionate, to look on the crowds as though they're sheep without a shepherd. Very hard to look on them like when they're taking away my heritage. Yet at the same time, because it is a democracy, there are things that we ought to be doing to draw the line here and there. Even if you understand that the laws don't finally engender justice. They might preserve it for a while, but finally they're all broke and you have to change the laws. There are things that we ought to be doing. There are faithful things that we ought to be doing. But at the end of the day, if you can't do it with compassion and gently and leave the doors open for evangelism,